Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to continue having fun with our friend Mr. Beebot. Now, last lesson we learned how to move Mr. Beebot on the letters MOT. I hope you have been practicing your letters using Mr. Beebot. Mr. Beebot has been good. He's been helping us learn our letters by moving to the letters. Now, today we're going to look at how to make Mr. Beebot make turns. If I want Mr. Beebot to turn right, to turn left, what do I do? And to do that, today we will have Mr. Beebot moving on a different mot. It will not be the alphabet mot. It will be the community mot. Now, the community mart has places in a town. It's a small town with a school, post office, pizza restaurant, and all that. Today in your Google Classroom, you have two items. One of them is the Beebot emulator. And today, look at Mr. Beebot. Today, Mr. Beebot is on a different mot. It's not a letter mot. Remember, I told you we're going to make Mr. Beebot move on the community mot. Now, the community mot has a small town on it. And then you also have the Beebot activity. Now, this looks like the one you did last time, and you're simply going to type yes, Y for if you managed to do it, and N if you didn't manage to do it. I will come to this later, but let us look at our Beebot in his new town. Now, the Beebot always starts here. This is his home. Now remember, in the letter mot, the Beebot's home was letter K. On this mot, the Beebot's home is here. So if I want to move the Beebot and let it go to, so if I want to make the Beebot go to the toy shop, you see the toy shop here? This is the toy shop. Now, Mr. Beebot has to move one step forward, then he has to turn right, which is facing this way, so he turns right, and then after he turns right, he will move 2 steps. So he moves 1 step forward, turns right, and moves 2 steps. But remember, Mr. Beebot has to always come back home to be able to follow the instructions. So let's try and see. So I say forward 1. Now today I'm going to make the directions without making the Beebot stop. Then I go turn right. This is my right hand. So remember, I started by forward 1, and it shows you here forward 1. Then turn right, and it shows you here. And you see that arrow, it shows you turning right. And then you move forward 2. 1, 2. Now let it make it go. Let's see. Go. 1, turn, 1, and 2. It's at the toy shop. Did you see that? Now, if I want Mr. Beebot to come back home, I click that house and it comes home. Now, some of you may not be able to give it instructions continuously. You probably want to see how it works first. So if I say, okay, forward 1, I click forward 1 and I say go. I want to see if it will come. Good. And you know what happens? You know what happened? Miss Ball forgot to make the Beebot forget. So don't forget, otherwise the Beebot will remember all this and it will make all those, it will follow all those instructions. So let's make it forget. Now, when it forgets, you see there's no arrow, then I know that it will follow my new instructions. Now, I'll take Mr. Beebot back home. So let's try. We said to get to the toy shop, it is forward 1. Now, let's try now. Go. That's where it goes. Can you see it says forward 1? So if I want to see what happens when it gets here, I must let it turn. So I now know that once it is here, it has to turn right. So I click the right button and look at this, it's put there. But at this point, I don't tell it to go because it will think I need it to go forward, then turn right. So I have to bring him home first so that he starts its journey at home. So this journey of forward once and turn right has to start from home. Then I click go. 1, and it turns. Now, I need to make 2 more steps to reach the toy shop. Remember now I've made 1 forward step and I made 1 turn. Now I need 2 forward steps. So I do 1, 2. Now let's look at the Beebot's movement. It moves 1 step forward. Can you see that arrow? Then it turns right. Then it makes 2 steps forward. But I can't click go because if I click go, the Beebot has not forgotten these steps before. It will go and start with 1 step forward. I don't want it to do that, so I take it back home so that when it starts here, it is starting at home. Now I can press go. Can you see that? And then it's at the toy shop. So that is how we make our Beebot visit the different places in this little town. Now, every time you make your Beebot move, so you're going to use this. Miss Borg has put a worksheet that shows you where she wants your Beebot to move to. So move from home to the bank. Move from home to school. Move from home to the town toys. That's where we've just been. Home to the pizza stall and move from home to the town hardware. I want you to practice moving Mr. Beebot in this little town, and every time you manage, you have to go and fill in this worksheet. I hope you will have fun. Enjoy playing around with Mr. Beebot and instructing Mr. Beebot. When you have typed your Y and N on this worksheet, then you have to submit it in Google Classroom.